Are you looking for a home in the greater Orlando area that comes with a mother-in-law suite? Well, if so, make sure you stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss out on this one. Before we go inside, if you guys are ever interested in learning more, click the link in my bio to take you to my linktree. You can choose hop on a quick call or meet with me if you'd rather meet face to face. Just pick customized buyer's guides, pick a time and date, and answer the questionnaire, and this will help ensure that I dedicate and give you guys my undivided attention. With that being said, let's get back to the house and let's take a look. Welcome back, everyone. And if you're new here, my name is Dylan Concepcion, your trusted Central Florida real estate advisor. And today we are in Ocoee, Florida within Greater Orlando, checking out our builder's Camden Model. It is a 4.3, just under 2,800 square feet. And if you're new to the area, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video because we're gonna be discussing our location, as well as our incentives, home value, loan options, and community info. So you're not gonna wanna miss out. Let's take a look. Okay, stepping in, we're going to be greeted by our foyer. And throughout the home, we're going to be seeing our gray hardwood tiles everywhere but the bedrooms. And just above me is going to be tray ceilings, which we'll see in some other locations throughout the home. We also have 9-foot ceilings throughout the entire home. And just behind me is going to be our first bedroom connected to the second bedroom via our Jack and Jill bathroom, which we'll be taking a look at right now. Stepping into our first bedroom, you guys are gonna follow me this way through our Jack and Jill into our next bedroom and into the rest of the home. And I really love the Jack and Jill. I feel like it's one, convenient, two, it's always so cute just to have the rooms all connected. Just behind me this way is going to be the rest of the home, the main home being to the left, and just behind me is going to be that sweet treat I mentioned earlier. To the right is going to be a half bath. Down this way is going to be our 3-car garage, and to the left of me is going to be our laundry room. So first we're gonna take a look at those 3, and then I'll meet you up front to take a look at the in-law suite. Welcome everybody, and as I said, I'd be greeting you at the front door. To the left of me is going to be our private entrance to our garage, making our in-law suite completely separate from the main home, other than our connecting access, which is nice to have access to the main home anyways. Now stepping in and following me, we're going to walk into our living room, and our kitchen is just behind me, and our bedroom is just to the right of me. A few things I want to mention is we are going to get the hardware in this unit, but what we're not going to get is an oven, stove. We're not going to get that. You're going to have to bring your own heat pad, which isn't bad. And I'd also like to mention that our refrigerator is not included in the home. The main refrigerator is. This refrigerator is not. So with that being said, let's show you guys some good clips and let's take a look at the rest of this in-law. Now we're going to be walking through our connecting door back into the main home. As you guys can see, it's like we just walked through a portal. Now to the left of me is going to be the rest of the house, like I mentioned earlier. Dining room, living room, and kitchen. That being said, let's take a look. Exiting our formal dining room and stepping just this way, we are going to step into our kitchen. Now remember guys, main fridge in the main home is included. Side unit fridge is not. And just next to me is going to be our walk-in pantry, good enough to fit all of your family's goods. And if we continue walking through the kitchen, there's going to be a few things I'd like to point out, starting with our granite countertops, which I absolutely love, as well as our backsplash. Now, guys, backsplash is included in this home. What you see is what you get, which is I'm very excited about. And we're also going to have all of our Whirlpool appliances, dishwasher, stove, oven, and microwave. What we also get in this house is a not a cabinet with wood, our range and hood, which is, exciting, right? And if you guys don't know what a range and hood does, is it takes all the smoke you guys get from cooking here and it ventilates it straight through your roof, helping you guys keep the top of your cabinets a little bit cleaner than without it. Now, if you guys will notice, we have hardware. Hooray! We got hardware in this home. The last few homes I have been to have not had it, so it's nice to have some hardware included. Now what we don't have is our soft close. Now what I was told by the builder is actually some homes do get to come with it and some do not, so it's important to get with our sales rep and make sure we know what we're getting when we purchase our home. And just behind you guys is going to be our second dining room. Yes, there's two. We have our formal dining room and we have our main dining room just right behind you guys, which we will be taking a look at. Make sure you stay tuned because right after that, we're taking a look at the master. So let's take a look. Exiting our dining room, and just behind me, you guys, is going to be our primary suite. So with that being said, let's take a look. And that concludes our home tour for the day. And now all that's left is to talk about location. And if you're familiar with location, perfect. Then I'll just be sending you off to Coach C and I'll catch y'all back in the kitchen. Peace.
Taking a look, we'll see Ocoee's boundaries outlined. And being within Greater Orlando, we are only 20 minutes from downtown. Orlando is home to Mickey Mouse and Disney World, as well as other major theme parks, Universal and SeaWorld. Orlando also houses professional sports teams such as the Orlando Magic, Orlando City, and the Solar Bears. Next up is going to be Tampa, being only 1 hour and 20 minutes away. Tampa is also home to many professional sporting teams, such as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Tampa Bay Rays. Also housing my favorite theme park, Busch Gardens, as well as my favorite beach, Clearwater, just about 2 hours away. Taking a local look at Ocoee, we'll have our community on the pin drop, and just nearby we're going to have Ocoee High, Ocoee Middle and Elementary, as well as our grocery areas, Publix and Aldi's, and a Super Walmart, as well as West Oaks Shopping Mall, all within 10 to 20 minutes from our community.
Welcome back everybody, and thanks for stopping by my class. We're gonna jump straight into it today. Starting off with our incentives. Our builder is currently offering us $10,000 to $15,000 in closing cost incentives. And if you'd like to utilize this money elsewhere, we are able to put it towards our rate buy downs. And the average rates for our buy downs are going to be in the mid 5s to the low 6s. And our builder is also currently offering a necessity package as an incentive, which is going to be our refrigerator, our blinds, and our garage door opener. And yes, this is currently an incentive. Moving forward, guys, we're going to jump into our community information, starting off with our home value, which clocks in right at $675,000. Now, guys, there's currently no prices out for the Camdens right now. I was actually told by the sales rep that would be somewhere from the mid 6s to the high 6s. So it could be less, it could be more. Currently, phase 2 is ending at the community and phase 3 is starting, so they're going to start rolling out more Camdens. But guys, these things go so fast, so the sales rep doesn't really know where the starting price is going to be due to how fast they sell. So if this is something you guys are seriously interested in and seriously curious about, get in contact with me so we can try to lock one of these down fast. Now moving on, our HOA in the community is going to be $81 a month with no CDD. And our current lot sizes are going to be 40, 50, and 60 foot lots by 120. Now jumping forward, we are going to move into our loan options. And guys, keep in mind, I am not a lender. All the numbers I bring to you is just basic math and estimates to give you guys an idea of where to start. So don't go attacking those sales reps and saying, oh, Coach Contra, said this. All these things are subject to change. I bring this information to you guys for educational purposes only, to give you guys an idea on where to start. So with that being said, moving on to our first loan of the day, Old Reliable, our FHA loan. At 3.5% down, we are looking at a down payment of $23,625 with a credit score of 580 to qualify. Very obtainable. And moving forward, we're going to jump into our conventional loan, and the average down payments we see are going to be 3, 5, and 10% down. Now people ask, why am I going to pay 5, 10 if I can pay 3? Basic, if you are paying 5 or 10%, then that is for my homeowners who are looking to acquire a second property. Now at 3% down, we are looking at a down payment of $20,250. At 5%, we are looking at a down payment of $33,750. And at 10%, we are looking at a down payment of $67,500 for your down payment with a credit score of 620 to qualify. And now I get asked all the time, what's the difference between FHA and conventional? If I can pay 3.5, why would I pay 5 or 10? And it's very simple. The main difference between FHA and conventional is going to be your PMI, primary mortgage insurance. Primary mortgage insurance is an additional fee that is attached to your mortgage that can be an extra few $100s every month. And the main difference being with an FHA, that is going to be there for the duration of the loan, the full 30 years. While on conventional, you can actually remove PMI once you own 20% equity in the home. And you may be wondering, what if I need to go FHA for credit purposes? It's okay, guys. You are able to get rid of that PMI if you refinance into a conventional loan. Once you have that 20%, we would be able to get it removed. Now moving forward, we're going to jump into our next loan, which is going to be our VA. Shout out to all my veterans out there. We truly appreciate you guys and what you do. And the VA appreciates you guys so much that they hook it up with a 100% financing loan. That is a big whopping $0 down for your down payment with a credit score of 620 to qualify. Now guys, this is going to be our last loan option of the day. I have a very sweet treat for you guys. Big alert, Hometown Heroes is returning. And if you don't know what Hometown Heroes is, it is the easiest down payment assistance program in Florida. And guys, when I say it's the easiest, I truly do mean that. All you have to do is apply, and if you get approved, you get the money. And what money you're going to be getting is 5% of the purchase price or $35,000 in down payment assistance. And for our home at our price of $675,000, our 5% looks like $33,750 for down payment assistance. So that is huge. You guys can get up to $35,000 in down payment assistance for our home, and for this price, it is going to be $33,000. So you're right at that threshold, very close. And now moving into our final segment of the day, that is going to be our closing costs, something none of us are too fond of. But guys, look, I calculated at 4% is my rule of thumb. Some builders it can be less, some builders it can be more. Oftentimes when my buyers get that settlement statement, it is typically less. I like to calculate above to give you guys some wiggle room. So at 4% rule of thumb, our closing costs are going to be $27,000 flat for our closing costs on this property. And that is all I have for you guys today. Back to you, Dylan. Thank you, Coach C. We appreciate you as always. And as you guys can see, we are back in the kitchen. As a final recap today, we were in Ocoee, Florida, checking out our Camden model, just under 2,800 square feet. It is a 3.5 bathrooms. And if you haven't heard me say it already, my name is Dylan Concepcion, your trusted Central Florida real estate advisor. And I go all over Central Florida touring new construction communities and homes so you guys don't have to. So if you have found any value in today's video or my previous content, you should consider hitting that like button and subscribing because it's free and it helps the channel go a long way, but it also keeps you guys in the loop so you aren't missing any opportunities similar to this one. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.